I wanted to ask you specifically, where in the world did you get this? What is this? Is it 5 million or 6?
It's right at 6 million. It's 5,900,000 and some thousand. So the two grants that we just got, one with the Community Flood Preparedness Fund, where we received 357,000 and change on one and 140,000 and change on the other, was started months ago, and we just got notification in the early part of the fall, working with one of our engineering firms that helped put the grant together, and we're just getting to the point with a lot of the due diligence on the paperwork and things that we're now ready to move forward with this project. This will help study our drainage issues, particularly in high water events, and what is feeding this and what is feeding that, in preparing for those type flood events. The other grant came across working with another engineering firm that we have on record, came to us, and they're actually the engineering firm working with us on our EQ Basin project over at the wastewater treatment plant. We're no different than any other locality in America, and particularly small communities. Our infrastructure is aged. So we know we've had issues maintaining things that are going into our wastewater treatment plant. We've invested, it's 6 to 8 million in the EQ Basin, but that's where it ends up. We need to be proactive and address it getting there. And this is what this is going to help us do. And the area that is mentioned in the grant, the Monroe Street area, we know we have some real concerns at the Monroe Street underpass and what's coming from our Rivermont area all the way down to that point and then across town. So that's where we start.
This addresses what the public typically hears as the I&I problem. All kinds of runoff that used to go into the sewer system. Some of it may still be, but it's causing that problem such that when flood events occur, it puts you up against water quality standards from the DEQ. Is that basically a good summary?
And when communities were built yesteryear, it wasn't uncommon that storm drain tied into sewer. And that's the situation that we are working diligently to address. And we have situations when we get high water rain events that we have some issues with sewer backing up, and unfortunately is into some resident housing, and we want to address that and correct it. And this is certainly a good start with $6 million.
I'd say. Well, thanks again for keeping the public updated on all this.
Very good. Thank you, Jerry.
And let me ask you one final thing. When you were talking in your report, I think I understood the language. Were you talking about a camera truck, this special truck that can see into sewer lines? Or what were you talking about when you said, BB and I were working on this special truck?
Yes.
What is that all about?
So going back a few years ago, when the city was placed in the consent order with our issues with our water and sewer, we were granted a van and with camera equipment in it to survey our sewers. And unfortunately, back last summer, Mother Nature decided to strike that van, and we are needing replacing it.
Is that the one that blew up at Public Works?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are needing to replace that. During the time frame of the beginning consent order, we were required to film X amount of feet of sewer each year. That has recently passed within the last year, but we still need that piece of equipment to do our daily work. So we have just recently met with a company that has basically consolidated that piece of equipment. So it is a van with all the camera work placed in it and printers and everything you need to basically be a mobile office out in the public doing camera work on sewers.
A lightning strike helps technology in the city of Covington. How about that?
Well, it's helping us, but it also
Hurt us.
at the same time.
Hey, just out of curiosity, how expensive is something like that?
I don't know. It's
You don't want to talk about that, do you?
It's more than $1.50.
Does it take specialized crew to operate that training
Yes.
and all that?
And
Okay.
we are very fortunate in-house at our public works, in our water and sewer department, that we have people that certainly were trained and did a wonderful job with our former unit. And they were on site with the show of the new vehicle the other day. And we're real quick to say, hey, boss man, that's a pretty good piece of equipment. That's what we need. And it was really unique in the camera system itself, where we have had in the past to use a couple of different size cameras. All we need to do with this camera is change the wheels on it to make it smaller or bigger to get through our lines.
Once again, thanks very much. Believe me, when you mentioned that, I wondered how many people in the public have any idea what this means, but it does have a potentially huge effect. And once again, thanks for your time.
Thank you, Jerry. Have a good day, sir.
See you now.